up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Tall Order. I am your host, Talina, and I am here with a special guest, my close friend, Tyra.
Hey, y'all.
We are here to enjoy a wonderful, delicious, crazy, insane chocolate tasting experience at SoChatti. Chatty. So don't call it chatty, it's chatty. SoChatti. So let's get into it. Oh wow, look at these. They're so cute.
Our first tasting on your flight today is actually called our fruit nectar. Yes. And so what we've done is we have invented a machine that will completely dehydrate fruit juice concentrate. So we take juice concentrate and we take all the water out. It comes in that honey-like consistency, and it is shelf stable for 2 years and counting. So it eliminates the refrigeration component of juice production. So we are leasing that technology to some big players in juice production, and it's pretty neat. And so it pairs really well with your first wine, which is our sparkling Brut Cava. It is from outside of Barcelona, and we don't want to serve wines with a lot of minerality. We don't want them overly dry because we want them to complement the sweetness of your chocolates and your nectar. So this one is going to have some sweet notes of green apples and pears, and it'll pair really nicely with that sparkling rosé cava.
Let's give this nectar a try. Cheers.
This reminds me of like toast from my grandma's house when I was younger. Like a little jam on top of it.
This would be really good on bread. This would be really good. All right, I feel like I should lick this and then try with the wine.
Cheers. It's tasty. I like this combination.
I do. Okay, so this is sparkling rosé.
Yes, that is our sparkling rosé.
Not too sweet. I don't really like sweet wines. I like more of drier taste. And this definitely is one of those drier
It's
wines.
medium.
Nice for a summer day.
So we will go ahead and move on to your first chocolate tasting today. So your first chocolate is actually from our Chef Select Special. So this is a feature from the Philippines. And this one is gonna have notes of roasted nuts and coffee. And it pairs really nicely with our second wine, which is a Chenin Blanc from Dry Creek Winery in Clarksburg, California. And this wine is gonna be between a Pinot and a Chardonnay for you. So it's going to have notes of tropical fruit, and it's from a family-owned vineyard. It's one of the last family-owned vineyards in Clarksburg, and they were actually the first winery to plant grapes again after Prohibition. So,
Oh.
fun fact.
Oh, wow. They say getting to the money. We are for free. Okay. So we're tasting the Philippines. Oh, look, this is so cool. The Philippines has a long history of cacao farming. The crop was introduced in the 1700s when a Spanish colonist brought seedlings over to the islands from Mexico. Philippines, bold. Philippines, tropical. Philippines, fresh. Okay, so there's 3 types of chocolate. Bold, tropical, and fresh. All right, let's give it a try to see which one we get. How do you know if a chocolate's fresh?
I'm sure you can taste it.
Okay.
It smells good.
Oh, I didn't smell it. Almost like a Hershey Kiss. I wonder if all these are gonna smell like a Hershey Kiss because it's chocolate. I don't know. What's that, Tyra?
So we shall see.
This tastes bold. I can really taste a lot of the coffee in it. It really tastes like coffee. Like this, instead of like some Godiva in your coffee?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's definitely both because I can taste this like over some blueberries. Or like.
Now I'm gonna be completely transparent. I am a chocolate lover. Let's start out by that. But it's milk chocolate usually. I've just recently started kind of getting into dark chocolate because I feel like with dark chocolate, you have to have almost a certain palate for it. And I really didn't start liking it until I started drinking red wine, which is, I don't know if that even goes together. I do think the red wine changed my palate because I was drinking it so frequently. It kind of, I don't know, switched around some taste buds and did a little kazam. Who knows what happened?
Yeah, I'd say for me it was definitely probably the first time I had dark chocolate covered blueberries that is what changed my perspective on it. Because I was not I was not going for the dark chocolate at the store.
At all. I used to make fun of people. I'm like, ew, you're eating dark chocolate? And they're like, it's healthy. I'm like, yeah. But this
is good.
This is good. It definitely has a bold flavor, but I think paired with, I would even do pineapples with this. This would be really good. Or blueberries, espresso martini. Okay. So what wine pairing? We're doing this one. And what type of wine is this?
This is a Chenin Blanc.
Chenin Blanc.
Yes.
Not a Chenin, a Chenin.
That sounds sexy. Chenin Blanc.
Oh. From the place that reopened after the prohibition. Okay. I thought this was champagne. It does smell good. For some reason, I saw a lot more bubbles, so I assumed it was going to be a bubbly wine, but it's not a bubbly wine. It's super buttery. That's good.
It's a blend of Pinot and Chardonnay.
It's just right in between a Pinot and a Chardonnay, so it's not as sweet as a Pinot, but it's not as dry as a Chardonnay.
Okay. I like that.
Oh, yeah. Those pair really nicely together. They bounce off of each other. I didn't think I would ever say that about chocolate and wine, but who knows where my life will take me next. Okay, probably to Tanzania.
That's right. So we are going to be tasting our Tanzanian chocolate next, and this one is our breakfast chocolate. So this is going to be a really bright, crisp chocolate with a blueberry peak. So you were kind of mentioning blueberries before. This one actually all on its own has a lot of blueberry flavor to it. And it goes great with waffles, pancakes, banana, things like that. And we do pair it with our Chianti. It is the Vino Nobile de Montepulciano.
What? It is the
Vino Nobile de Montepulciano.
The Vino Montepulciano.
And that is from Tuscany, Italy.
Okay.
And so this one is going to be a robust blackberry flavor. It's going to have a more tart finish. And it is a blend of Sangiovese's grapes. So we call it a Chianti. This is like a drier Italian wine.
A Chianti. It says chocolate from Tanzania pairs well with tropical flavors including lime, passion fruit, and banana. Consider pairing with toasted coconut chips where the blueberry notes of the chocolate match with the coconut's tropical flavor. Ooh la la. We are in Tanzania. We shall.
All of our relations from women-owned farms as well.
Okay, women-owned.
Woman-owned farms?
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers. Cheers to the governor. Oh, this one is very. I guess they're all this.
Think so?
I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
I think it's a little thicker.
It's a little thicker than this one. Oh, for sure. For sure. This is
total
thicker.
shape.
Mm-hmm. Like me and my Skims. Oh, the shape, honey. Mm. Okay.
I see the blueberry. I taste it. That's good.
That one's good. I like this
This
one.
is breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert.
Mm-hmm. Put this on a piece of toast.
Chocolate chip pancakes.
Oh. I like that.
Make a nice little drizzle over it. Something. French toast.
Ooh, like a loaded French toast with some bananas. That would be really good with this. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm smelling it like I know
smells
what I'm
good.
looking.
This smells really good.
It smells light for a red. Ooh. That's a really smooth red. It is tart at the end. But it's really smooth.
And it smells a lot sweeter than I thought it was going to be. But
Yeah,
it is
for
still
sure.
very good.
For sure. For sure. It's
That
a
does
lot
pair well.
lighter. It's a lot lighter than I thought. Okay. A dollop on the tongue. Swish it around a bit.
Yeah, that's a nice pairing.
I feel like the chocolate catches the edge of the wine. Kind of, I don't know, makes it a lot, tastes smoother. Fun fact.
Also adds like a sweeter touch to it too.
Mm-hmm. It definitely does. It definitely does. Oh, fun fact. Depending on what you eat with certain wines, they can change the taste. That is a fun fact. Okay, so we are moving. Sorry. Okay, so let's move on to Honduras. Is it Dur? Do you have to
No,
roll
I
the
was just
R?
being dramatic.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Honduras. But that's probably wrong. Okay.
So our Honduran chocolate is going to be a big contrast to that fruity Tanzanian chocolate that you just tried. So this one is actually our stout chocolate. So this one is going to have a lot more smoky, earthy flavors. And we call this one our stout chocolate. So it pairs really great with salty, savory foods. So pretzels, potato chips, French fries, my personal favorite thing to dip in the Honduran chocolate.
French fries and
Yes.
chocolate.
Yes,
Have you
it's
ever
amazing.
had a chocolate covered potato chip?
No.
It's actually not bad. It threw me off first, but then I tasted it. It's like, oh,
So it pairs really nicely with the next wine that we have for you. So this is a Cabernet Sauvignon from the Skyfall Winery in Washington State.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm a cab gal.
This one is going to be the driest of the wines you've tasted so far. It pairs really well with red meat, salty, savory things, which is why we pair it with the Honduran chocolate. And it's going to have dark berry notes, blueberries, blackberries, plums. And a cool thing about the winery itself is they named the winery Skyfall because there are large boulders scattered throughout the winery that look like they just came down from the sky. So they call it Skyfall.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Even though I'm super excited to drink. I love Cabernet. That's my go-to red. Okay, let's see the chef notes. With its yes, Honduras. Okay. With its high nuttiness and low bitterness, Honduran chocolate pairs well with anything spicy, such as a mole sauce or even in chili. Chili.
I don't know if I would like
I don't
that.
know if that's okay. Okay, that's what chef said. Since it has a few fruity or floral notes, the smokiness of the batch also makes it a great partner to dried fruit, sea salt, or nuts. Okay, sea salt, nuts, okay.
Okay.
Chili though?
Yeah.
I gotta taste it to believe it.
You let me know how that goes.
Just take this little thing home and make chili tonight. Update, guys. I tried it.
Let's see.
This is nutty. This is so interesting.
I'm trying to
Real
find the nuts. I'm
steak?
getting very much earthy. I just don't taste the nuts yet. So let's see.
I can see how. I can taste why it would be good with something salty or spicy, because it's this taste at the end. I don't know what it is, but it's almost like overpowering. What is that? And all of these, quick question, they all taste different because of the type of cacao and where it's grown.
So that's a great question. So the reason that they taste so different, it's a lot like wine or coffee. So it is all about where it's grown, the climate, and surrounding vegetation, things like that.
Oh, cool.
Is this something new every day?
You learn something new every day. Wow.
Let's see.
What a
Surprise,
time
surprise with the
to
wine.
be alive with the cab. I know. If your pairs well, I might have to take it home and put it on the charcuterie board. Cheers to the governor. Okay, so for the final, let's go to Peru.
So this chocolate is actually the lightest chocolate on your flight today. So this one is that 68% dark chocolate. So it's a little bit lighter for you. And it's going to be a really aromatic chocolate with flavors of cherry and raspberry. And we do specifically call this one our wine chocolate. So this one pairs great with a nice glass of wine. So we're in luck today. And some fresh fruit. And we pair it with a port wine. So this is our Dow's Tawny port wine, and it is aged 10 years. So this is going to be the sweetest wine out of all the wines you've tried. So yeah.
I can smell how sweet it is.
I'm nervous.
Dessert wine, okay?
So this wine is actually so sweet because when they made wine in Portugal, they added extra sugar to the wines to absorb the water so that the wine wouldn't mold when they were shipping it overseas. So it's got double the alcohol content and it's very sweet. It tastes almost just like maple syrup. It is a bit of an acquired taste. So if you're not used to port wines, it might not be something that you're used to yet. But yes, it's aged 10 years. It's the most expensive of our wines that we have, and it's the most alcoholic. So
Most alcoholic, most expensive, and the sweetest. It kind of sounds like me. No, just kidding.
Maple syrup?
Maple syrup. Are you gonna take? I don't know. I kind of want to taste the wine before the chocolate. She just talked it up so well.
10 years.
Okay, let's.
10 years.
10 years. To us being friends for 10 years in the future.
After like all the other 10 years.
After all the other 10 years. Decades. She stuck with me.
Like
Hate that for you. I mean, I love it, but hate that.
All right, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Okay.
I mean, it's not as bad as I thought. I think what gets me is the smell. The smell.
It has a very strong, sweet smell.
But it does not taste bad. I thought it was going to be like Moscato, and I just think that that is the sweetest juice.
It is juice, but this doesn't taste like a juice wine.
It doesn't.
You know, it definitely tastes like wine, but it's not as thick as dessert wines can be. Like, it doesn't taste as thick as it looks. Ha ha
I
ha.
wonder if the chocolate will change our opinion.
Me too.
Let us find out.
Peru. Anything fruity, such as fruit tart or a breakfast smoothie? Ooh, I love breakfast smoothies. So yummy. Try drizzling it over fresh berries as it complements fruit, bread, and dairy. Speaking of dairy, all of their chocolates are vegan. They are vegan. So if you are a vegan or a vegetarian, I mean, I guess if you're a vegetarian, you can already
If you
eat
eat
chocolate.
anything, you can eat this.
Correct. Anybody can eat this. I feel like a pregnant woman would crave a chocolate covered potato chip. Okay. This almost is.
Tastes very, very similar to milk chocolate.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Oh my gosh.
Definitely sweet.
Oh gosh. Woo. 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 So sweet. It hit me right here in the back of my throat.
It's not bad though.
I love the chocolate by itself. I love the wine by itself. But together,
It did change the taste of the wine, but I don't think in a bad way, but I think separately they're at their best.
but I feel like if you're like a super sweet person, if you like Moscato and you like sweet things, they would go perfectly together. But for me, sweets can be very overwhelming. So sometimes it comes off very sweet, like too sweet. Like I love this wine. It's the most expensive, highest alcohol content,
Might be a nice little
and the
decoration
strongest.
on the wine rack.
I feel like I would get this if I was throwing a party and I wanted to have an array of different. I have had a
Wine
port
tasting.
wine. Yeah, wine tasting. This would be perfect for wine tasting. But for me, it's very, very sweet together. Whew. But
So, out of the lovely palettes we've tasted today, what was your favorite?
what was my favorite? Ooh, what was my favorite? I would have to say the last one. Peru and was it? Ooh, what was it? I would say Peru and Tanzania. Those were my two
My
favorites.
top one was Tanzania because I love the blueberry. The blueberry definitely made itself known.
Yeah, for sure. Mine would go Peru, Tanzania, Philippines, then Honduras. Yeah, that's my list. Faves.
I think Tanzania, Philippines, Peru, Honduras.
Oh, yeah. I can dig it. Also, this was top tier.
Yes.
The nectar
was
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. The wine, the Cab was my favorite.
absolutely.
Cab girls. Can't get away from it. But I was surprisingly shocked at the bubbly rosé. The bubbly rosé was very refreshing. I would reach for that on a hot summer day when I usually reach for Riesling. I could reach for that.
I think the mix, the right in the middle between the Chardonnay and the Pinot, I don't remember what that one was called, but that one was tasty. Yes, that
This one.
Yes.
This one was tasty. I think I could. So we have another friend, and she's obsessed with Pinot Grigio.
She would love that. I was thinking
She would
that.
love this.
I was thinking that.
Literally, I would thought of her. I was
Our
like,
other friend that likes Moscato might like it.
oh my gosh, that is so true. Now we have to bring all our friends because everyone will have something. Yes. So just for everyone to know, they are open for business. Come bring your friends. If you ever get tired of Top Golf or bowling or just going to the bars, think of something outside the box. Or if you want to bring a date here, this would be such a cute date idea, wouldn't it? You can get dressed up. They have different events here. Definitely make sure to follow them on their Instagram, which would be right here. And you can find out all about all of their events and pairing nights. And you can also rent this space out for a little party. But if you rent it out, you have to invite me. So slide in my DMs. If you ever need a friend, I'm always here for you. I respond. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Tyra, how did you enjoy your time?
Well, I just am so honored to be on Tall Order
Wow.
with my good friend.
Wow.
Tall Lena
so happy for
I had
that.
a great time.
Yeah.
And now I'm ready to devour the chocolate off camera.
We can actually eat it the way we want to eat it off camera. Okay. I just want to give a huge shout out to SoChatti. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. We've had an amazing time. Number one, this crew is off the chain. So if anything, come for the chocolate and come for the crew. And come for the Chotty Hottie. And the Oddie.
Riding shoddy.
Riding shoddy. So exciting. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God. Well, we had an amazing time. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Check in with us next week. I will be back with another location. Tyra may make another appearance.
Another guest appearance.
Why
Gotta
not?
check my schedule.
Maybe not next week, maybe the week after that. You'll never know when you want to see her again. But comment below if you do want to see her again. Follow her on Instagram. Also, follow SoChatti. Follow us on Instagram. Follow me at tall.lena. Also, follow Set 3 Production, the amazing studio that puts this all together. Give it up for them. Okay, guys, I am going to go devour this. And of course, I'm going to finish each and every one of these glasses because we do not waste. Mama said, do not leave the table until you finish your food. So thank you for watching once again. Like, comment, subscribe, and click the link in the bio if you want to follow me because it'll be right there. Put the notifications on so you know exactly when we post next. I think that's it. Oh, yeah. Wait. Have a yummy day. Bye.